Hi, Lee Sheps for Inside Edition.
Hi, Lee.
Hi, Rachel. Can you believe this is your first movie?
Oh my goodness. You know what? I can because this is really weird and overwhelming, isn't it? I think it's only weird and overwhelming because it's the first.
I know you always dreamed of Broadway. So when
hmm
Steven Spielberg, of all directors, cast you, how long did it really take for it to sink in that this was your new path?
I actually didn't consider it my new path until halfway through the filming process when I decided that what I wanted to do, at least for now, was film. um he was very aware of my love of live theater, and so is I think the rest of the world. So when it came to making the movie, I just kind of fell in love with the process and fell in love with the idea of being able to do things over and over again until I felt comfortable in my performance. Where in live theater, as wonderful as it is to be able to perform something in its entirety and go home and say, and I'll just do it again tomorrow, that also can be very daunting, and it can also feel like a one night only experience. However, I do miss the instant gratification of performing live on stage, the audience reactions, and that's what makes premiere so exciting, is because it feels like you're sitting in the audience at a Broadway show with everyone reacting so lively to the plot and to the story.
What I think is incredible when I saw you in this role and the character of Maria is your interpretation of her and how different it is than what
Mm.
people might expect of Natalie Wood. What do you say to those who want to compare you to her?
We knew comparison was inevitable the second I got cast. At least I was very aware of that, because the original Robert Wise 1961 film is the pinnacle of the OG musical movie. It will always stand as a timeless classic. It's a timeless classic for a reason. However, this there is no comparison. I am the first Latina to play Maria on screen. I did my own singing, and I was just in love with the ideas that Tony Kushner brought to the table when it came to the character of Maria Vasquez. She's so much more multidimensional. She has a lot more agency. She's strong-minded. She's strong-willed. There are elements that I think a lot of people won't be expecting, that they probably expect more from Anita than they would from Maria. But there are different ways to be Latina. There are different ways to be a strong Latina. And so, being a very carefully thought, strong-minded, well-intentioned woman is representation in and of itself. And I really owe a lot of that to Tony Kushner, but also to my own lived experiences that I was able to incorporate into my performance.
I've watched you on social media go from being a regular high school student to becoming a Hollywood star, going to
Hmm.
red carpets and doing all of these interviews. What has been the most eye-opening part about this experience for you?
It's definitely the emphasis that today's society puts on parasocial relationships. At the end of the day, we are all just human beings. And something that I love about what I get to do is I get to know people who are considered these icons, these legends in their own right, and they are. But at the end of the day, they are just human beings who enjoy the same things that I do or that I did growing up. And it's been such a wonderful privilege of mine to get to know these people so intimately, and to understand the inner workings of their minds and hearts and souls, and knowing that at the end of the day, social media, and that's great, but it's also fake, and behind those screens is a real person with real feelings.
You did write once on Twitter, I remind myself I am still a human even though people don't treat me like one. And I thought that was
Yeah.
very powerful that
I
you
mean,
that you
it's
said that.
it's true. I think that there people don't hold grace for the fact that there's a spotlight that's put on you, somewhat against your will, when people usher you into this world and in this industry that tends to, chew people up and spit them back out again. And it's a constant reminder on my social media, my YouTube channel. I talk about it very candidly because that's the reality, and I don't think a lot of people realize it. And so, if I can bring light to that, then I'm a happy girl.
You talk a lot about mental health as well,
Lee,
and they're telling
that's all
me
the time that we've got.
they're telling me to wrap, but I just wanted to say, I did go see you in Shrek in your high school performance.
Thank
And
you.
I'm a Montclair State alumni, and I know you were going to go to Montclair State.
Yeah, I
So
was. I was. My goodness. Go Red Hawks.
nice to meet you, Rachel. Thank you so
Nice to
much.
meet
And
you,
I've been
Lee. Have a
obsessed
great
with
rest
this
of your
movie.
day. Thank
Thanks.
you so
Bye.
much.